Hey, Remote Pilot 101, Jason here. So excited to be with you all this evening. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy Thursday night, well, to be here and finding ways to better yourself as a remote pilot this evening. I'm going to be sharing with you tonight really a VFR sectional chart quiz and airspace quiz. And then at the end, just like we did last month, we're going to give away some great Remote Pilot 101 gear, as well as a Mavic 2 Pro at the very end. You do not have to be present to win if you're not already entered. RemotePilot101.com/Mavic. But I'm so excited to be with you all. Let's give a few shout outs. We're streaming live simultaneously right now on YouTube and on Facebook. Let's head over to YouTube first and give some shout outs. Hey to Craig, Richard, Chase, username Ram Charger, Gordon, username Totally Frozen, Jessica, Stan, Joey, Steve, Ahmed, nice to see you all on there. Jason Elder, great name, nice to see you. Hey, Jared Fisher, Michael, Alex, Elena, Steven, Steve, Jay Flowers, JD Simpson, nice to see you all on here as well. Chris, BJ, Glenn, let's head over to Facebook now. Give some shout outs to those live with us right now on Facebook. Let me scroll down to the bottom. Hey, Doug, Sam, Tommy, Mark, Jeff, Paul, Dean, Lee, Russell Wolf, nice to see you. Giovanni, Brad, Eric, nice to see you all. Paul as well. Fantastic to see you all here. I'm so excited to be live with you all tonight. Before we get into the quiz, before we get into the giveaway, for those of you who aren't a customer, let me share with you a little bit more about Remote Pilot 101. Most of you know this already. We are over 18,000 past tests now. What a blessing. I'll tell you what, if you are one of either the initial or the recurrent past tests on YouTube, on Facebook, just type in me if that applies to you. If you are one, if you are a remote pilot because of RemotePilot101.com today, just type in me and watch, for those of you who aren't customers, watch what happens in the chat. It is the Remote Pilot 101 community is absolutely fantastic here, and we're just so blessed to have so many customers. Look how many me's are coming in on YouTube alone and Facebook alone. Just what an absolute blessing it is that you all have truly made Remote Pilot 101 the leading Part 107 test prep provider on the market. And truly, we couldn't do it without you. We couldn't do it without our amazing team here at Remote Pilot 101 as well. Not only are we the largest, but we work with some of the biggest names in the industry as well. We worked with the real NCIS, not like the TV show, the real NCIS, NYPD, FDNY, UPS, Homeland Security for their Part 107 training. It's just absolutely incredible where this journey has taken us. You see, we actually got our start in manned aviation. We have a business called M0A.com, which owns RemotePilot101.com. We started in manned aviation, doing manned aviation test prep. We were named to the Inc. 500 list of fastest growing private companies. In 2017, we were the 230th fastest growing private company, thanks to amazing clients like yourself. And this year, we're number 578 on the Inc. 5000 list of fastest growing private companies in America. And it's because of amazing clientele, amazing referrals from you all. It's just, it's amazing the following that it has grown, and we are just truly here to serve you. And that's why we're doing these live streams with you all, these giveaways with you all to serve our customers and to reach out to future customers as well. Obviously, we're keeping you up to date with the latest legislation changes. What does this mean for hobbyists? Are they going to have to take a quiz as well? I unfortunately don't have a perfect update for you yet. But as soon as I do, please make sure you know it'll be on our YouTube, it'll be on our Facebook. If you're on our email list, you'll have it. So please make sure you like this page on Facebook, you subscribe on YouTube so you get these alerts, so you can know what the future really holds for Part 107 operations, because just to catch you up, the current bill that has been signed by the president now has literally said that hobbyist drones will need to take some aeronautical knowledge test. How will that be proctored? Will it be similar to your test? I don't know. I'm pretty sure that the test you've already taken will cover it, but that's kind of where we're at with things. If you're not already a customer, by the way, remotepilot101.com, it's $149. The course is yours for life. That is the initial and the recurrent test. How many recurrent test takers do I have on this? How many have taken their recurrent, or how many are studying or about to take their recurrent test as well? A few other of you on here on YouTube and Facebook as well, I'm sure, getting ready for everything. That recurrent test is very, very heavy on charts and airspace. Let me say that again. The recurrent test is very, very heavy on charts and airspace. So you see all those me's, you see all those people said they've already taken it, they've already passed their recurrent test on YouTube and Facebook? Ask any of them, or you guys and gals, back me up on this. How heavy was that test on charts and airspace? You spent half your time just with your head down in a VFR sectional chart, I guarantee it, trying to work through everything here. And the FAA kind of gives you these blurry images you have to work through. They're asking you on these symbols, they're asking you airspace. It is very, very heavy on charts and airspace. So I don't want to monopolize any more of your beautiful Thursday night. I'm here to simply deliver value to you all and give away some great gear. So let's go ahead and let's get started. We're going to only look at one sectional chart area, we'll call it this evening, but it really shows all types of airspace that we need to know, understand, and master. So let's go ahead and let's get started here. You're looking at my old stomping grounds. I used to live in Jacksonville, Florida for quite a few years. Jacksonville, Florida provides a great example of where we're going to start this quiz at this evening. Again, I can see your comments on YouTube. I can see your comments on Facebook. I'm going to ask a question. You're going to provide your best answer there, and we're going to work through this together. Then at the end, we're doing the giveaway. Right, so just let's focus on getting the correct answers for our test here. Let's look at our chart here together. So top right-hand side of your screen, you'll find my cursor. Everybody see my cursor? Top right-hand part of your screen. I'm moving my cursor on over here to Jacksonville International here. Solid magenta line. Let's start with the easy ones here. Solid magenta line. What kind of airspace am I looking at here? Solid magenta line. There's two shelves of it here. Solid magenta line. What kind of airspace is made up showing a solid magenta? The FAA picks magenta. I'd call that more maroon, but FAA calls it magenta. Thank you, Mark, Stephen, Steve, Norb, Tyler, Richard, Ben over on YouTube. You are absolutely right. Thank you, Dana, Benjo, Michael, hey John, nice to see you on here. Scott as well, absolutely. We're looking at Jacksonville International's Class Charlie airspace. Let's now make this scenario based. I'm not here to teach you when you see solid magenta, it's Class Charlie. That's called rote memorization. We're here to take this a little bit further. Let's go back, let's look at Jacksonville here again. Let's go ahead and say my cursor again is just above Jacksonville. You follow it here. Let's say we were commissioned by the town of Yulee right here. If you've been driving through Jacksonville, you know the town of Yulee, or really Georgia at this point, just about. You see Yulee right here. You are commissioned to inspect these towers here, or change a light bulb on the top of this tower here. We're not going to go above, we're just going to go up to that tower. Can we do that with this? Can we make that happen here? Looking at what you see here. Can we inspect those towers, or would we be in their airspace here is the question. Yes or no is the answer. Yes or no. I'm looking at your chat here. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. We can go ahead and inspect that airspace there. You are exactly right. We can work through that, right? Because this is in a three-dimensional space, a three-dimensional zone. If we look at our airspace, and I have a great video coming out actually in next week on Class Bravo operations, kind of showcasing this here for you. As you can see, that our airspace is three-dimensional. This shelf here goes from 1,200 all the way up to 4,000. So from 1,200 feet up to 4,000 feet is our airspace shelf. Now inside of here shows from the surface up to 4,000 feet. Surface up to 4,000 feet. All right, let's continue on here. We talked about a solid magenta line. How about out over here around Fernandina Beach? See my cursor? I have a faded magenta line. A faded magenta line. What is that called, if you want to get technical, and what does that mean? The faded magenta line. What is that called, and what does it actually mean here? This faded magenta line. What on earth is that here? And what does it actually mean? Pardon me 1 second, I apologize. That faded magenta line, what are we actually showcasing here? Let's see. Patrick, Jared, username Fieldstone A&E, absolutely. Jeremy, your comment's perfect. Grayson, Ken, absolutely. Absolutely. Frank, great answers, great answers. You guys are spot on here. What I'm showcasing here is I'm showcasing a Class E, Class Echo transition area. Is Class Echo airspace controlled airspace? In the FAA's eyes, yes, it's considered controlled airspace. But what does a Class Echo transitional area mean in terms of altitudes? Let's look at that chart one more time here. Follow along with me because this is very complex. And if you can understand this, you can understand just about anything on a sectional chart here. Inside of here, Class Echo airspace starts at 700 feet. Outside of here, unless otherwise depicted, this is considered domestic en route, unless otherwise depicted, Class Echo airspace starts at 1,200 feet, right? Inside 700, outside 1,200. You follow me? 700, 1,200, 700, 1,200. Just so we're on the same page. Class Echo airspace transition area, faded magenta circle. We're talking about airspace. Let's look at some chart symbols now, and let's come back to some airspace. All right? Here's something interesting you don't see on every single sectional chart. What on earth, I'm in the bottom left-hand side of my sectional chart now. Follow my cursor. What on earth is this symbol right here? What does this mean for the Cecil Airport right here? What on earth is that? What on earth is this chart? Probably something pretty cool to see, it sounds like, right? Yes, Nikki, it is a rocket, but what does it actually mean? How is the Cecil Airport designated? We're getting close. We're getting I haven't seen the exact phrase just yet. I see some funny answers. I don't see, I mean, you're all on the right track. Rockets, rocket launching. It's not technically NASA quite yet, but it's you're close. No, it's not model rockets. I mean, that's not model rockets. That's close, or not close. I'm sorry. Launch pad. We're close. This actually means that Cecil Field is also designated as a spaceport. Cecil Field is also designated, thank you, Philip got it right there, right before I said it, designated as a spaceport as well, is what that means for Cecil Field. All right, let's continue on. Let's look at a few more symbols. Again, these are all the types of things that can and will come up on your Part 107 test, initial, as well as the recurrent. The recurrent test is so heavy on charts and airspace. Let's zoom in a little bit further here so we can see things a little bit better. Let's zoom in now and take a look at this. I'm going to go to the top left-hand portion of your screen right now. What is so significant about the Hilliard Airport here. What is different from the Hilliard Airport compared to, say, Jackson International, Fernandina, this Nassau private airport, St. Mary's Airport? What's so different about the Hilliard Airport right here? If you're looking at it from your drone, looking out the camera, what would you see or wouldn't you see when you're looking at the Hilliard Airport? Craig, you're spot on. Those of you said no tower. Yeah, you're right. There's no tower. However, Fernandina doesn't have a tower. St. Mary's doesn't have a tower. What's special about it? Terry, you're right. A few others I see as well. Right. Absolutely, Philip, great answer. No, not water. Water's not the answer, Rich, but you're on the right track as well. I see someone asked about a Class D change. I can talk about that in a bit. That's a great, great idea, great example here. Yes, Steve. Yes, Todd. Yes, Frank. The Hilliard Airport, I know this from being up there, is actually a grass strip. How the FAA designates this, let's show it one more time. How they designate just a circle, not showing the runway. See how Fernandina, you have an idea of how the runways line up? St. Mary's, I can see the L-shaped runways. Jackson International, I can see the runways. Hilliard, I can't see that. Because how the FAA defines just this circle here is something other than a hard surface. It could be grass, it could be dirt, it could be gravel, it could be whatever it could be. It's not water. We know it's not water because water is actually designated with an anchor to show a seaport. But it's shown as other than a hard surface. That's actually a question we've seen pop up a little bit on the initial test even. You know, what does this actually mean? It means the airport is other than a hard surface. Other than a hard surface. Let's go back to our computer here real quick so you can see this. Coming out of Hilliard now, what on earth is this right here? It parallels this road. I have this black line with these two kind of perpendicular lines that are evenly spaced apart, and it parallels US 1 here. What is that showing here? What am I seeing here? What is that showing? No, not a power line, Stephen. Thank you, Vincent, Rand, Joe, RD. Nope, not power lines, not power lines. Railroad tracks. Power lines, let's see if we can find power lines. Power lines, okay, we're still on my screen. Power lines are up here by Becker. See these power lines? They literally show like the high tension kind of symbol. Can you see that right there? Here's a better example. Right over here, see how they show the high tension? You can see that there. This is railroad tracks. Now let me say something very important here. You're obviously looking at this going, I know there's a lot more power lines out there than this. I learned something very profound decades ago in manned aviation. And my instructor always said to me, Jason, everything that you see, on your chart will be on the ground. But not everything you see on the ground makes it on the chart. So yes, there's a lot this is a real world kind of thing. Now we're getting away from tests, we're talking real world. You may be out there and going, man, I'm at this awesome heart-shaped lake. I'm trying to see where this is out on the sectional chart. I don't see a heart-shaped lake on the sectional chart. Everything on the ground isn't necessarily on the chart, but everything on the chart will be on the ground. So as you're flying, so as you're looking for these control sites, just keep that in mind. Let's look at a few more, and let's go ahead and get ready for our giveaway. All right, back over to the chart now. Here's something interesting. Let's go to the almost bottom right-hand corner here. Real easy one, blue dashed line. What kind of airspace is this blue dashed line? Blue dashed line. First few people here. What do I have? Blue dashed line. Waiting for a few answers. Waiting for some answers. Blue. Blue, blue, blue. Thank you, Vincent. Thank you. Now our answers are coming in so fast. Thank you. Hey, Nelson, Loretti, nice to see you. John, Chris, absolutely. Blue dashed line, Class D, Class Delta airspace. Blue dashed line, Class D, Class Delta airspace. Let's now look over at that same area and look at what's coming off of the Delta. I now have a dashed magenta line. A dashed magenta line. What is this coming off this dashed magenta line is showing what type of airspace? Dashed magenta line is showing what type of airspace there? Thank you, Rand. Thank you, Joseph. Thank you, Chris. Fantastic answers. Username of the painter, Jeffrey Wilson. Absolutely. Absolutely. I love those of you that got more specific. It is a Class Echo surface extension. A Class Echo surface extension. Fantastic, fantastic. Let's do one more and let's get ready to give some stuff away here. Let's do one more. All right, let me look here. Where do I want to take this? Where would be a great question here? Let me go back. All right, let's look. Let me see. All right, I got some good stuff here. Let's look at the Craig Executive Airport. Jacksonville Executive at Craig Field, it's now called. When I was flying there, it was just Craig Field. Now it's got a fancy name. We know it's a Delta. We just learned that. Blue dashed line, blue dashed line. Let's say I just got finally, after working so hard for this airspace authorization, I finally got my airspace authorization in Craig's Class Delta. However, one of the prerequisites, one of the things it asked of me, it said, Jason, you can fly in the Delta. All we ask is that each time you're flying, you monitor tower. You don't speak, you just monitor tower. What frequency would I monitor? Let's look at our chart here together. What frequency? Craig Field is this field right here on our chart. What frequency would I monitor? If we can put that chart up real quick. What frequency would I monitor on our sectional chart here? Can we get that chart up, please, real quick, John? Right there. Oops, my bad, sorry. What frequency would we monitor on our chart? It's a VHF frequency, not UHF. VHF frequency. Thank you, Jason Anderson. Thank you, username Sky's the Limit Photography. It's a little tough to see. Let me, yeah, it is a little tough to see, huh? With the lag, yeah, I apologize. Those of you, Jared, yes, absolutely, absolutely. 132.1 is that correct frequency. Let me do another one, though, because that wasn't fair for everybody to get a chance to see. One more, then I promise I'll get to the giveaway here. Let's leave it up on the chart here. Let's do another frequency question. Fernandina Beach. Fernandina Beach, if I want to listen to the weather at Fernandina Beach, what frequency would that be on? If I want to listen to the weather at Fernandina Beach, what frequency would I do so? If I want to listen to the weather. Bonus points if you know what type of weather it is. Those of you with the 118.075 is correct. That is the AWOS frequency. We have AWOS, ASOS, ATIS frequencies in aviation. AWOS is our frequency. The 122.7. The 122.7 is the Common Traffic Advisory Frequency, the CTAF. That is the self-announced frequency that we as pilots simply broadcast our intentions on. Let's go ahead. Let's give some stuff away now real quick. I know you've all been patiently waiting here. Let's give away some great Remote Pilot 101 gear. Let's do a few shirts, a few lifetime subscriptions. I have a giant launch pad that I gave away last time. I have another one. And then the Mavic. Is it the Mavic Pro 2? Mavic 2 Pro? I always get that backwards. Someone correct me on that one. Let me get my giveaway Excel spreadsheet ready. Those of you who are on last month's giveaway, you're still very much entered. You can kind of see how this all works. Let's start by giving away an amazing RemotePilot101.com t-shirt. Super soft, pre-shrunk, moisture wicking. Great shirt showing that you are a good remote pilot who is always learning. Right? All right, let's go ahead. Let's showcase that. Let's show my screen real quick. I'll show you. I have every single person here exported out into a CSV file. I know it's with the lag and everything, it's a little blurry to see this, but you have to trust me. That's how it works. I click on this. I have a great formula that works to randomize everything on through. And if you win If you win, you need to email Sarah. We're not going to come hunting you down, although we did on the last giveaway anyways, to try to get a few people their prizes. My goal is not to be hunting you down. My goal is that you email us. In a perfect world, we'll still reach out to those who aren't live on here. Sarah at m0a.com. We'll put that up on the screen in just a second. Sarah at m0a.com is who you're going to want to email and say, hey, I won the shirt. I need an extra large. I need it shipped here, please, and thank you. Sarah will just verify that, yes, you really were the winner, and then she'll go ahead and ship that out probably tomorrow if we hear back from you as soon as tonight. Let's give away a shirt real quick, show how this works. I have that really fancy, cool formula. I go ahead and randomize. I pull up an email, and this is amatimedia@gmail.com. My friend, you just won yourself an awesome RemotePilot101.com t-shirt. Sarah at m0a.com. Sarah at m0a.com. Send her an email, and she will get your size and shipping information over there to you. How about a lifetime membership to RemotePilot101.com? Lifetime membership to RemotePilot101.com. If you win it and you already have one, you can gift it to a friend. Just let us know who that friend is. Back over to the magical Excel spreadsheet. Coming on over here, clicking here, randomize, please. We'll go ahead. It is Jim, B-O-K, I think that's LJ or IJ at AOL.com. My friend, if you are not already a RemotePilot101.com customer, you are now, and we're very thankful for that. If you'd like to gift that away, you can as well. Let me go over here and get a giant launch pad. This is for for an Inspire 2. It's huge. I'll show you. Those of you who met me at person at Interdrone or such know that I am 6'4", so this is no slouch this is on the ground right now. It's a good size here. Very good friends, Multicopter Warehouse. Their logo's on. That's who will order and ship it from. All this stuff will order and ship through them. It's by Hoodman, another great friend of ours. We see at all the trade shows. So absolutely fantastic people. I'm going to set this over here. But seriously, when you're spending the kind of money we're spending in this business, in this hobby, whatever it may be for you, the last thing you need is screwing up a lens because of a takeoff and getting a little bit of dust on that sensor or anything like that. So don't have to send that off to DJI and wait forever. Let's give away the giant landing pad, as I like to call it here. Magical Excel spreadsheet, do your work. We come over here. Congratulations to Aaron Glosson. Aaron Glosson 74 at gmail.com. My friend, you have a giant launch pad coming your way from Hoodman, Multicopter Warehouse, and of course, RemotePilot101.com. Let's do one shirt, one more course, then let's give away the Mavic and let you all enjoy the rest of your evening. Another great RemotePilot101.com t-shirt. The winner of that t-shirt, let's go ahead. Let's do it. Let's see. Jalen Provisnik at gmail.com. Congratulations. Please, all these winners, email Sarah. If it requires size or anything like that, please email Sarah. She will verify all of that as well and get that shipped out to you as soon as possible. Lifetime RemotePilot101.com course for you or gift to a friend. Back over to the magical Excel spreadsheet here. Oops, now I'm emailing that person. My bad here. Give me 1 second. Whoops. There we go. And let's randomize. Let's go to dmaro1400 at gmail.com. Congratulations, my friend. If you're not already a customer, well, you are now, or you can gift it to a friend. Let's give away the Mavic now, please. An amazing, amazing piece of machinery. We're actually just looking, I don't know if you saw the new Enterprise Edition came out as well. Something we're looking at, lights, loudspeaker, fantastic for search and rescue operations, fantastic for so many of our clients. Let's give away that Mavic 2 Pro. Did I get it right? Mavic 2 Pro to one lucky person on this webinar or who signed up for it. And I want to remind you, we're going to continue doing this all the way through the holiday. So please make sure you like Remote Pilot 101 on Facebook, that you subscribe to us on YouTube, so we can give you these updates, because I'm doing another live stream in a month, and we'll be giving away another Mavic. So maybe you don't win tonight. I'm going to do another great lesson like I did tonight, and then give away some more great stuff next month. So stay tuned for that. If you are not entered, it's remotepilot101.com/Mavic. It's a little late now because I already exported the list out, but you can do that for next month as well. I'll be able to email you with when that comes out. Let's give away the Mavic 2 Pro. Nikki, thank you for correcting me. Mavic 2 Pro. We need to add like a cool drum roll sound effect, I think, in the near future. Mavic 2 Pro is going to email HEMMIS at gmail.com. Congratulations, my friend. There is a Mavic 2 Pro coming your way. Please email Sarah at m0a.com. Any shipping information for those of you who won, so we get that sent out to you or get you your lifetime courses. We're going to do this again next month, so I look forward to seeing you all then. Congratulations to all our winners. Congratulations to all of those amazing Remote Pilot 101 customers and clients, and thank you for sharing the good word of remotepilot101.com. We'll see you all. I actually have a great video coming out next week, and I'll see you all live again next month as well. We'll see you.